If you're ineffective, you get fired. If you're disloyal, you get fired. If you're a threat to your corporation, you're dead. This is the life of a corpo. Are you sure you want to step into this hell? If you think you have what it takes, you probably don't. The corpo is a certain type of person, one to do anything that is necessary to advance their rank at the cost of literally anything and anyone. If you're still listening, maybe this is you. The corpo life path in Cyberpunk 2077 is one of 3 life paths that are available. The other 2 being Nomad and the Street Kid. I'll have those videos down below if you can't cut it as a corpo. Now, let's get into what the corpo life looks like and the advantages one could have within Night City, if you think you're ruthless enough to survive. The corpo life path starts you off as V, who has finally climbed to the top of the Arasaka Corporation. At least enough to make it to the boardroom, where the big boys hang out. Your boss is mad he didn't get the promotion, and he wants you to do something about it, because he can't be traced back. You work as counterintelligence, so it should be easy, right? Wrong. You get caught while at Lizzie's bar, and Jackie has to save you from death. But maybe death would have been a better deal, since Corpo V is stripped of all titles, money, and those fancy Arasaka cyberware implants. Other corpos have jumped off buildings for less, much less. But you've been given a second chance you probably didn't deserve, so what are you gonna do about it? You might think going straight back to Arasaka would be a good idea, but did you forget that they're the top corporation next to Militech? Arasaka are the leaders in corporate security. You have no chance of getting close to the building. Arasaka also creates the top weapons in the world. And what's in your arsenal? Oh, that's right. You have nothing. Playing as Corpo V, you're going to have to build yourself back up from nothing. Do you have the strength and desire to do it again? You can't go back to your luxurious apartment in the downtown section of the almighty city center either. So how do you build yourself back up? You are definitely going to be somewhere that's less upscale. This is going to be where a corpo might struggle. You won't know the streets as well as the street kid life path either. And you might find it quite difficult to get the chance to speak and make deals with the people of the lower class, and especially the gangs. The gangs might be the toughest people you're going to have to deal with as a corpo, but you're forgetting that Corpo V has dealt with the most ruthless people of Night City, the higher-ups of Arasaka, and kept a straight face. If you can handle them, no one should be able to intimidate you. And this is definitely one of the advantages you as a corpo have. You aren't afraid of people who others fear, and you have the ability to understand conversations and give yourself the advantage almost at all times, especially with some of the underground elite you'll most likely be dealing with. Now, maybe not right in the beginning, since you have to earn some respect from these new people you'll be associating with, but little do they know how clever and ruthless you are. And we can't forget the other corpos that you'll be coming across. They won't be able to lie to you. You can see right through them, and most certainly use them to your advantage. People on the streets are going to believe that you won't last living outside the corporate veil, but they don't know you. They don't know what you've been through. For those of you that don't know, corpo lifestyle is not by any means glamorous. There are 3 tiers in the corpo world. The dominated, which are the cleaners, drivers, security guards, and low-level workers, all of which probably who hate their lives. Then there are the intermediate, which is most likely where Corpo V is, potentially at a higher tier. Corpos here work 16-hour days, eating stim pills for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, then using sleeping pills for dessert. Perpetually stuck in limbo doing the same routine over and over, waiting for their big chance. But these ones never make it, and the ones who do are clever and ruthless. Every other corpo is looking to take your warm seat next to your cold body. See, corpos looking to move up that long ladder, use the streets to buy info, hire solos and netrunners to do dirty jobs. They bribe police, and they use journalists to screw over their rivals. At the end of the day, for the most ambitious corpo, everyone and everything is a tool or a weapon that can be used to achieve their own goals. And you can bet Corpo V did all of these, so you better be ready to do the same. At the top of the corpo hierarchy are the dominating, the CEOs, board members, and the corporate owners, the most vile people in Night City. These people would kill their own families before letting their business fail. Imagine what kind of person that is. Now, you have a part of that in Corpo V. Do you really think that you're gonna die out there? I didn't think so. Sure, you might not know the streets like the street kid life path does, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Living in Night City, you should have some understanding about the districts and the locations. Don't forget you worked counterintelligence for the Arasaka Corp. This means you should have vast understanding of the surveillance systems that are used all over Night City. When doing missions, this would be a huge advantage for you. You can spot where any of this tech is and how to disarm them. Compared to a nomad who has most likely never seen this, and the street kid who might know little about it, this would make missions so much easier for the corpo, especially if you want to be stealthy and become a ghost. So while you're at a disadvantage location-wise, you should still be able to get by just fine. The corpo life path isn't for the faint of heart. You need to be looking out for number 1, yourself. You might not be at the top anymore, but you have been there. You know what has to be done. You have the skills, you have the knowledge, and you sure have the ability to pull it off. People think you're gonna die out there in the streets without your corporate cyberware and your secure apartment. You wanna know what the old saying that drives corpos mad? They want what I have. This haunts every corporate worker out there. You know who wants it the most? You do. Now, quit stalling and go take back what's yours. If you enjoyed this video, stick around for some more coming up or down below. I'll have the Nomad and the Street Kid videos there so you can learn more about those if you don't think you can cut it as a corpo. Make sure to sub so you don't miss out on any gameplay updates about Cyberpunk, and until next time, remember, always take it to the edge. It's the Cyberpunk way.